Oh my God. So, this is our first podcast.
Woo woo.
Chaos over
Mischief.
here. Muscles. We're all together.
Who's what again?
You're
I'm
chaos.
chaos.
You're chaos. I
And
just
that
pointed to the
just
screen.
suits.
Yep.
I can stop recording and we can try again.
Nope.
Well, or you could just edit it in post. It's fine.
No, I'm gonna leave it. This is what everybody gets. Is this
This is
is
what
this
you
is
get.
why we're
I
chaos
want
and
I want
mischief muscles.
authenticity and I want ease of posting, which means everybody gets it raw.
We're gonna raw dog this conversation, guys. Welcome to Chaos, Mischief, and Muscles, a podcast where we talk about whatever the fuck we want. And today we're gonna talk about identity, just a little bit.
What? What?
What? Who are we?
I
That's
don't
probably a good
know.
place to start.
People will figure it out.
Right?
No, actually, I
I
think this is a great way to start it, guys, because who we are is changing right now. If you think about it, we've all been changing. So if I say I'm a mom with two kids and a husband and two cats who are basically children, like, yeah, that's true, but is that my identity?
But that's
No.
also true about me. I am a mom of two kids with a husband and two cats that are treated like children, but we're not the same person.
And I'm just me. No cats, no kids, no husband. And
So,
it's all good.
so I feel like that's like this is a great place to start because our identity and who we are is shifting. And so talking about that as our first episode, I feel is really fitting. I could be wrong though.
Absolutely.
I,
Nah,
Works
don't
for
second
me.
guess yourself. I think it's
I'm a muscly. I
legit.
got muscles. I don't got
You got
brains.
you got brain muscles. Is that a
I got brain
thing?
Stop.
muscles. No, my brain
No, your
is
brain.
your brain a muscle?
It's an organ, I think.
I don't think it's a
I'm gonna
muscle.
Google this
Mandy's
shit.
looking this up now.
I'm pretty sure it's an organ.
No, it is an organ. I should know
Okay.
this considering I'm learning
But
anatomy right now, but
You haven't
but
gotten to the brain yet. It's fine.
no, I haven't.
organs are also muscles. The heart is an
It's a
organ
muscle.
and a
And
muscle.
it's still things you need to work out. It's still something you need to work out.
It behaves muscle length by strengthening through cognitive exercise, adapting to new challenges, and adhering to the use it or lose it principles. So
So
technically,
so it's an organ that identifies as a muscle, is what I'm hearing.
Yep.
it's trans.
Do it.
I'm cool with this.
A trans
Yeah.
organ. I love it.
Trans organ. We're good. We
So
got this.
everybody's a little trans.
Fair.
Everybody's a little trans. There you go, snowflakes. Um,
I was gonna say there's a whole group of people that aren't gonna want to hear that.
well, you just figured out if this podcast is for you. Congratulations. You're good to stop now.
Or keep
So
going.
Going.
yeah, yeah. You know what? Let's 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 go.
Stick
All right,
around. It's going to be fun.
Cass, aka Chaos,
Yes.
identity. What do you feel like you identify as at this point? Like where, how do you view yourself?
I
Because
am a meat
how we view
popsicle.
ourselves, that is my mind. Thank you very much.
No, I'm older and wiser, so I probably saw it first.
I'm gonna give that one to you. I can't fight you on that
Yep.
one.
I have no better arguments either. So what do I identify as? That's a really hard one, really. Um I am a mom. That is a huge part of my identity. Even still,
Mhm.
they're 17 and 19, right? I'm so close to not being legally responsible for any other humans anymore. This close. And it's mm, so close and yet so far. Not that I'm waiting or counting or anything.
Why would you be doing
Um,
that?
right?
I've only got 15 years, so yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't too long ago I also had 15 years. So it goes quicker than you think. But yeah, I'm a mom, but I'm a mom who's like thinking about the next stage of life, right? And that's kind of what got me on the path that led to me meeting you guys because eventually, at least one of my kids is probably going to have kids of their own. So I'm going to have grandkids. I kind of want to stick around for that. Might be cool. I hear that's better than being a mom. Like all the grandmas
Yeah.
I talk to say it's amazing being a grandma, um, and way cooler than being a mom. And so, that's an experience I kind of want to have. And I want to do it in a way that I can enjoy it. And pardon the shifting because the back is in pain.
For those who are on the podcast and not watching over YouTube,
Yeah.
Cass here has got a little bit of a back twinge because she decided to start going to the gym on a regular basis, and her body is like, "What the hell are you doing to me?"
Yeah.
And she was
So,
fine until she started walking.
it was cleaning actually. I should never clean again. I was cleaning
That's
my
the
desk.
lesson. That's the
It's a good
lesson you
takeaway.
learned.
But no, like I'm a mom and I am a wife and I am a professional, right? And I am someone who walks every day now. And I am someone who goes to the gym now. And I am someone who makes conscientious decisions about my food. Not well, I am. Had a meeting with Mike and now I'm tracking protein.
Welcome to the club.
But,
Eh,
you know,
protein.
I'm making good decisions with my food. And these are all things that I am. And there are things that I am not anymore. Um, I am no longer a corporate girly. I didn't make that decision. But that was a part of my identity that I lost. And I'm not, what else am I not? I am not a single mom. I am not stuck in poverty mentality. I am not stuck in the idea that I'm just always going to be very poor raising kids in very poor conditions. I've been there. I have been that person, but I fought like hell to get out of that. But I don't know. It's identity. Identity has so many facets, right? And I'm a different person for every person, right? The cast
It's
that
true.
you guys know is different than the cast my husband knows, is different than the casts that my kids know, or I'm even different within the same group. Some of the people in our kindness not a cult, I am a different person to some of those people than I am to you two, right? Our relationship is much different, goes much deeper. You guys know way more of my secrets.
Same.
Same.
um,
Yeah.
but identity changes based off your environment, and so it's faceted or onion-like.
I mean, I like the shrink
Layers.
reference. I mean, it is a bunch of layers, but I also would like to say at our core too that we do have a
Yeah.
core identity that everybody gets to see because that's just take it or leave it. This is who I am. People see more of it than others, but I mean, do you guys agree or?
Yeah, I think so. And I think like if you think of like work, like you have to have a certain like type of personality, like a professional, more professional identity where you're not going to be sharing maybe as much of yourself um
No.
with people. Yeah, right? And like I mean there's a lot of stuff where I'm like you don't need to know that information about me. Like so I think Mandy, I think that's true is like at your core and like who you are and the person you are and your values are really like central. And then you have, like you said, Cass, these like layers and different um situations where you might show different parts of your personality a little bit differently. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
What about you, Tracy? How do
Who am
you
I?
identify? Yeah,
How do I
our little
identify?
mischievous little Tracy over here.
Um as a perfect little angel. Um
I call bullshit on that.
um no, it's still something, it's like a work in progress. I was thinking about that today, after we had decided that we were going to do this today. Um, I am just now getting comfortable saying that I'm a runner, like not even just a person who runs, but a runner. I've been doing that since about July. And it's now just like sticking. Um, I'm someone who like treats herself with kindness and respect and love and expects that the people around her do the same. Um, in like my professional life, I'm a paraprofessional in a special education classroom with in early childhood education. And so, you know, we were talking about it a little bit before, like I'm not a parent, but there are a lot of responsibilities that I have um, in regards to like raising kids. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think in a lot of ways, I'm still trying to like figure that out and figure out who I am. I've been on this journey since about, like I said, July. And so there's a lot of things that I'm uncovering and still uncovering and trying to figure out. Um, I know the parts of me that I've left behind that I don't identify as anymore, which is, someone who I was really like gossipy and judgy and things like that because that's how I bonded with the people around me, but it didn't feel like central to who I was. And so I don't like to partake in that stuff anymore, and don't like to surround myself with people that do, which is why I'm friends with you guys. um,
Well, I judge. I judge so hard.
do you really though?
I do actually. I just don't gossip about it.
Okay,
I
fair.
judge once I know the facts. And
Okay,
once
that's
facts
fair though.
comes
But
out,
you're like,
I
but
am a
like,
judgmental bitch. And I
but like,
accept
you're
this
not,
about myself.
you're not looking at someone and being like somewhat out in public, right? And just being like, I'm
Okay.
gonna judge what that person is wearing. You know what I mean? Maybe you do. I don't know. But like,
A little bit. Yeah.
you
The the
know, okay, fine, we can't be
the,
friends anymore.
the amount of things that I'm like, I see David.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so okay, maybe
Pause. Let me
it's not,
explain.
but it's not your identity, right? It's not who you are. Like
No,
you're not a mean-spirited person. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
no. I
Like
do it when I go to the mall and I'm like, oh, well, that's a decision that that person made. I would never do
Exactly.
that. But I'll, like, Chris and I or the kids and I will be at the mall and this is just a thing that we do
right.
is
And I
just
think
people watching and then making up stories
okay,
about what we see.
there's a huge difference
That's
between
yeah.
being like people watching and being like, okay, it's not a choice I would make. It's a choice, but it's not a choice I would make. And like just being a flat out bitch about it.
Okay, valid. Yeah,
There.
So
I don't
Okay.
that's
think
the
yeah.
difference.
I think my judgmental bitch is I look at something and I'm just like, there ain't no way in hell. And there are certain situations where
Yeah.
I know that I am extremely judgmental.
Yeah.
Like
And
I have family members that I'm extremely judgmental about and
oh,
towards at this point because it's like
those are
in
like
my brain
valid
it's like, are you fucking stupid? Type
those
of
are like
situations.
valid reasons, but you're not doing it as a form of entertainment either.
Oh no, no. In fact, I try to stay as far away from it as possible. And I think we all do at this point.
Yeah. So
We
so
don't
that's the difference. Is it's not like I said, it's not a form of entertainment. Like, yeah, it's like, okay, like, yeah, like you said, Cass, it can be fun to like people watch, but you're not mean spirited about it. You're not a bitch about it. It's not something that you're like, this is not, we did not become friends because we are all judgmental people. Like, that's not
true,
what's holding us together. That's
True.
the difference.
true, true. That is we did not
It's
become
the
friends
future
because of
cuddle
that.
puddles for me.
It's the
It's
cuddle
the cuddle
puddles.
That's
puddles.
what's holding us together.
It is. Oh,
The three
I
raccoons
can't
in a
wait.
trench coat.
I can't wait. I can't wait for a real cuddle puddle, by the way.
Oh, I'm
It's
the
gonna have
reason
to
I'm
be May.
picking
It's gonna happen. That
Yep.
whole weekend.
it's gonna
All
be
it's gonna be.
May.
It's
God
gonna
damn
be
it. I'm
May.
sorry. I had to. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
That's my fault.
So.
It's
No, it's okay.
it's just
It's
what we
okay.
do.
It's the for those listening who have no idea who we are also all neurodivergent. We are very neurospicy individuals who all have
What?
ADHD. Oh
What?
my God, who would have
When
guessed?
did you find that out?
I never got
I just
officially diagnosed because I couldn't finish the fucking test because it was too goddamn long. So speak for yourself.
you ADHD, my girl. Um, so this is what happens. We get derailed slightly, but you know what? I think that's what makes life good.
Yeah. All right, muscles, your turn.
All
Yeah.
right. I identify as muscles. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and that's identity has just been a big thing on my brain lately. Which is why when Cass suggested this be like our topic, I'm like, my brain is like, I hate you so bad right now. God, I don't want to think about this. Like,
She
I
read you
had,
to fill.
oh, she knows me too well. But it's also been something in her mind. So, and yours, we've all been talking about it.
Yeah,
So I'm like, all right,
I
Yeah.
think it's something we're always thinking about.
yeah. Like as I said, I'm a mom. I got 2.5 kids. The cats count as point 0.5, I
A quarter
believe.
each.
But seriously, the messes that these guys make.
Yeah.
I used to just identify as mom. Like that was my whole life is mom. And this is not getting edited out. My love. Hi. I need you to vanish, please. Go. I'm on my call. Um, these are her aunties in her mind. Go. Okay. This isn't getting edited out. Where's this is staying? Um,
This is real life, baby.
this is real life. I have a 5-year-old. I have an 11-year-old, almost 12-year-old. I mean, I'm a mom of an autistic kid. My oldest is level 2 autistic, and that's a struggle, like a lot. And but my identity is I'm also neurospicy. So how do I parent my own self? Is how I have to look at it. Is I can't get annoyed at him because I do the same shit he does. Like so, it's like pot calling kettle. I also identify as somebody who goes to the gym a lot, and that is weird because that's a new identification. Like I've been going to the gym since on a regular basis since July. I'm getting personal trainer certification, working on that. And I don't like that I can't do what I identify as right now. I had foot surgery. I'm finally in the boot where I can do heel transfers so I can like shuffle my way all around, but that's not the same as going for my minimum of 3-mile walks. I mean, and my average is over 5 like mile walks a day. Like this is just how I've been. I mean, before I had my um COVID diagnosis, I was hiking 8 miles a day in Arizona. I had no idea how many steps. I didn't have a step tracker. But I identified as a hiker then. Now I'm like, I want to be a hiker again, but I live in Texas. Where the hell am I going to hike? Still figuring that out. I'm going to do it. By the way, anybody listening, if you have any hikes in Texas that you can suggest, please, because All Trails is a liar, and I've learned this the hard way. Um, but I identify as somebody who likes to help people, and that is a core thing. But I also identify as somebody who helps themselves before I help other people, and that has changed as well over the last year. Um, with my own illnesses, I have fibromyalgia that was recently diagnosed, and I don't
How
know
close are
how.
you to identifying as someone who asks for help?
At this point, I am somebody who asks for help now. I, over the last week, I now identify as I have been asking for help. Like I've reached out to you guys. I reached out to Mike. By the way, shout out to Mike Needs a Plan. Go follow him on all the socials. He's good people. Um, and I've reached out
Is
to
why we're
a couple.
here.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
why
why we're
we
here. He is
know.
exactly why we know each other. We're part of his coaching community, and um, yeah, he's a good kid. I say kid like he's younger, like way younger, but he's only 32. Um, but he
He's
doesn't have
younger than
kids, and
the
I feel
He's
I
younger than me and
feel like
Cass.
dealing with children on a regular basis gives you the ability to say that somebody in their 30s is still a kid.
Well,
Oh
and
yeah.
let's be real. Mike is a child.
Yes.
Facts. We know this. We know this.
Sorry, not sorry, Mike.
I
Love you,
think
boy.
he knows this
Um,
too, though.
he does. He does. But I identify as a good friend at this point. And by being a good friend, that means that I set boundaries. So there's a lot of different identifiers, but the biggest one that's recent and like kind of shocking to me is I'm a gym person. Like I go to the gym, but I walked into the gym on Saturday, guys, after dropping Kaylee off for parents' night out and everything, and I'm like, I miss it here. I never thought I would say that in my life, guys.
Yeah.
Like, who am I? Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to like shift that to like being able to do that on a regular basis, like minimum 3 times a week. I'd go and then I do my walking every day.
Mhm.
And I talk to you guys while I'd be doing that stuff. And now it's just like, don't get me wrong, I love playing video games with you guys the other day. That was like fantastic, but I cannot make that my life again.
Yeah. And here's the thing though, like you're so aware of that. Like you're not, it's not going to be your life again.
Yeah.
Like
No, no. And
this is temporary. And I know you know that, but just reminding you, this is temporary. And
it's your journal, guys. It's helping me work through my damn identity.
see, you're a person who journals.
I'm a person, you guys are people who journal.
Yeah.
Mine's up there.
Mine's in my room because I write in it when I'm going to bed.
Nice.
Yeah. That's
I'm
my nightly ritual. Two
I was
sentence
setting
minimum.
mine up. Yes. It's like and that's the thing too, like that wasn't my identity 2 years ago at all.
That, that used to be my New Year's resolution every single year for like ever. And I could never keep it because the day that I like missed a day, I was like, oh, I'm done. Like I failed. So I'm going to just quit. Right.
Yep.
like
And I think that's
like
such a universal experience for like not just like New Year's resolutions, but any goals is people think I failed, I missed a day, I whatever it is. And then they're like, oh, I must be a terrible person. So I'm going to just quit this because I failed.
like I don't know if you guys could see this. Like this is I set up spots and this is how much I journaled. Literally two
Yeah.
sentences because I'm like and there are a couple days where I like straight up missed. I'm trying to find them.
Hmm.
Oh, I got from the 18th to the 20th. Like because I got too busy. I was
Yeah.
tired. I went to sleep. I
Life
wanted to
happened.
watch anime. Like
Yeah. And that's totally valid. There are times where I've like put just like two sentences in my phone because I'm like, I don't even have the energy to like write it out. It's easier if I
yeah.
just like type it out. Um, which actually comes in handy because it's nice to like look back on those. Like not that you can't look back on your journal, but then I just like have it right there.
I have a friend who takes pictures of her journal
Oh, that's
in
smart.
case she loses it
Oh,
because
that's so smart.
she misplaces it. So I'm gonna once I start, being a little more mobile again, my journal comes with me everywhere. That's the other
Mhm.
thing. If I go out, my journal's in my purse. It's in my gym bag. It's actually where I keep my gym notes. I stopped for a couple months, like a month. January, I didn't take any notes in my journal about my gym workouts, and I hated it. I was using an
Why?
app.
Oh, you were using an app.
I was using the NASM app with my
Okay.
trainer, which is great. Like I loved it on that end, but I didn't want to like have to go through and write everything down again.
Hmm.
And I like seeing it written in there. And
Yeah.
my trainer's left-handed, and I keep giving him right-handed pens, which is glorious. Since I told him about left-handed pens, he's like smudging, and I'm like, I'm doing this just to torture the poor guy. Like, yes, I do have a trainer because I have back injuries, but
And he's
it's self-care.
fantastic.
He is fantastic. He's a wonderful human. I cannot wait to get Cass back down here so he can help Cass with fun stuff,
Yeah.
even though she's allergic to Texas.
Mandy,
Yeah.
you just want to do butt stuff at the gym with her. It's fine.
I do. I miss doing butt stuff at the gym. And I
Well,
miss
this
I miss doing
is
that stuff.
this is my journal, and I have the blurring going on, but um, I get around the I'm gonna be a failure if I don't do this every day by allowing myself to not do this every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not set myself up with an expectation for even 2 sentences every day.
Mm.
I use this. What goes into this most often is quotes from our classes.
Mm.
I
Our
love that.
Wednesday and Friday classes, we get a lot of quotes, and I write them down on post-it notes and I shove them in here. And then when I have a journaling night, I'll go in and I'll write them in so they're nice and they're there. But that's what happens most often in here. But I also have my once a month like checkup on what I'm doing, like what are my measurements, what's my weight. I take an updated picture, right? And so for it to be an authentic representation of who I am, it needs to be as chaotic as I
Which
And
is
that's
why
why
you
you're
are
in the
chaos.
chaos. No, that's so fair. I've tried doing like the journaling like you guys do. Like I got the subscription and stuff last month, and it's not for me. I think for me it's just like I just need to write down like my thoughts, and like I have a fitness journal where I write down like my runs and what I lift and shit like that. Um and I have like a daily minimum board where I like can look at it every day and like check it off of like I hit 10,000 steps today. I did this. Um but yeah, and it takes trial and error, right? Like I
Yeah.
did it. I realized it's not for me. Um and so I adjusted.
And I think that's how we change our identities
Mm-hmm.
and how we change how we view ourselves and how we have other people view us.
And
And
and I think it's giving yourself grace. Cast like this is kind of to like your point is like allowing yourself to not
yeah.
journal every day and like be okay with that.
personally, like
So
I do better when I do it every day, just
Yeah.
mentally.
yeah,
But that's just me because especially right now, like I'm basically kind of stuck in this room or I'm on the couch and there's no way I'm going to sit and watch Blippi for 12 hours a day, guys. I'm just not going to torture
Flippy.
myself like that. Flippy,
No, I
Flippy.
if you can watch like one episode of Blippi, holy shit, you are an amazing human being in my eyes because I cannot get through one of those
I'm
without
gonna
wanting
have
to.
to put it on somewhere and give it a
Don't do
try.
it. Don't do it
Don't do it.
yourself.
Don't. I
You
love
don't
you.
you do not hate yourself that much.
No, this is we're promoting self-love. We're promoting being a decent person. We're not promoting torture here.
Don't do
Like
it.
would I lock certain people in a room and put Blippi on for
Yes.
hours and hours and hours? Absolutely, I would in a heartbeat.
Yes.
My concern is they would actually end up enjoying it because they are a giant bunch of fucking toddlers.
They just want to sing the
Yeah,
excavator song
or the dinosaur song,
or the
one or the
dinosaur
other.
song.
And
Fuck, that's gonna be
instead
stuck in my
they're,
head now.
I'm so sorry.
It's not. It's fine.
And it's like there are people I would do that to, but not you, not anybody. I'm pretty sure anybody who's listening. Um, what would be your biggest takeaway about identity? Like shifting your identity and changing, embracing parts that you shove down, like at this
Hmm,
point?
that's a good question.
I know. I'm just gonna like
I'm just gonna
put you on the
throw them out
spot.
there. I
Yeah.
think that it's malleable and that it is always changing, and that you can give yourself grace and like the ability to be like, okay, this isn't working for me. How do I change it? What do I want to be? Like, give yourself permission to be curious about yourself.
I like that a lot. I
I
like
think
that a
for
lot.
me, it's that there's more choice involved than I thought there was. Like if
Mm.
I go back to high school when I'm forming
Ugh.
my identity, right? Um, I had a lot of really not great identities, and most of those are gone now. Like, and it took eons, right? Because hell, high school was a lot of number of years ago. I don't know. Um, I ended high school before the 2000s. Okay.
What do you need to know that? Oh,
I don't
I started
care.
high school in the early 2000s.
Same. Same. We're not, I'm sorry. I love you.
We just made Cass cry, by the way.
No, we just,
Not
it's just the
crying.
Picard face palm over here.
Okay, I'm not old.
You're not old.
I'm
You're not
not.
old. You've got
You're
so
not.
much life ahead of you. You have no idea.
But it's that there's more choice involved than it really feels like when you first start figuring out who you are. Because I thought I didn't have a choice. That, yes, okay, I'm the loner kid from high school. I'm the one that is in choir, but nobody really wants to be friends with. And I'm the one that is friends with teachers. And I'm the one that is spending their lunch in the library. And I'm the one that everybody thinks is going to do nothing better with her life than be a grocery store clerk and maybe have a couple of kids and live a boring life in a boring little town and never be worth a hill of shit, right? That is going to be a victim and will always be a victim. And the one who is never going to have any like real agency in her life, right? But, you know, at some point, something happens and it seems largely out of your control. And like I had a really horrible PTSD episode that lasted a couple of years, where my PTSD was nearly uncontrollable, except I had kids and they were little kids and they were doing their own like stuff as related to the trauma that they went through, right? And so of course you have to be bigger and better and stronger because that's your job, your mom, right? You fix it, you make the world better, right? Until you realize that it's you that's drowning. And so you kind of have to start prioritizing yourself and your needs. And somehow you come out of it, right? And even in July, which apparently was quite the month for the three of us, because that's the
Really
month I got
was.
laid off from my corporate job, right? And I did not realize how much of myself and my identity that I had wrapped up in where I fucking worked, which they obviously didn't care about me as a person, right? It's PE and outsourcing to India and, whatever. It is what it is. It came down to a numbers game, and I was the disposable number. And that's all I ever was to them. Why was I putting so much into it? Right. And yeah, I struggled through that. You guys know, you guys were there.
Hmm.
Right. And I cried so many times over it, so many times. And the other day I was going to work because I finally found another job, do taxes. Um, I was going to my job and Chris had asked me, he was dropping me off. Um, he had asked me if I would go back to the corporate job. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. But I think the answer is no. Because yes, I made really good money there, right? Mandi, you know how much money I was making, right? Your
I do.
husband
I do.
is in the
Yeah.
same field. He's got a little bit more experience than me, right? But it's a really lucrative career path, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to put in the dues. I don't want to put in the work that it would cost me to do that because it's a different mindset. And I can do taxes at a local level, at a local office, and I can help people who are on the side that really need help. I don't want to do corporate taxes. I don't want to, I mean, did I enjoy internal audit? Yes, fucking loved it. Right? Am I maybe a tiny bit bored by taxes? Yes, a little. But that's because I'm coming in as a year one. And so I'm being given year one stuff, even though I have all the experience. I just have to prove myself. It will get
Yeah.
less boring. Does it pay kind of a lot less? Yes, but that's for now, right? I can grow into closer to what I was. And really, if I'm honest, I don't need more than I already had, right? And so this is a way that I can use the things I'm good at to be a better influence on the world. And that is more in line with my core values, right? So I actually have a choice here. I didn't choose to get laid off, but I chose to follow the path I'm doing now instead of, still pursuing, because I have gotten several requests since I accepted this position for resumes. And I'm just like, I don't want to go back to corporate. It's just not what I'm after. And
It's not part of your
not,
identity anymore.
it's not who I am. It's too soulless.
It
Believe
can
that.
be. It can be. These big these accounting firms can be that way. Um,
Yeah.
there's always good ones and bad ones and mediocre ones and whatever in every, not just accounting, in every space of
Mhm.
working. Um, but having that realization of, you know what? It's like, what am I giving up in myself to keep doing this or to pursue this? It's like, is this truly what I want, or am I more, you're a helper?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, that's who you are. You, looking from the outside looking in, you're a helper. You want to help, but you're not doing it at the expense of yourself anymore.
No.
Nope.
So that's your
Also a
identity shifted on
teacher.
that.
What'd you say?
I'm also a teacher because that's how I do my job,
Mhm.
right? I get somebody in front of me who has questions about taxes. I can give you the answer, but I can also teach you why it's the answer. And that's what I do. And yeah, I'm probably going to have to go into teaching.
You would be a phenomenal teacher.
I mean, you could totally be an
You,
adjunct professor at least over at, start reaching out to the colleges, community colleges.
I
dude,
think I
you
need a master's.
look into it. Maybe you don't.
And
Yeah. And I'm
and
not ready to go back to school. But doing taxes, I have summers off. So, and low effort in the fall, more effort in, the spring. So, like, I could do it. I absolutely could. I need to not do it on loans. So, I've got some
That's fair.
financials to figure
yeah,
out.
That's
that
fair.
makes sense.
But definitely something to look into.
Yeah.
So I wish I had written down what you said, Tracy.
What did I say?
I don't remember.
That
Was it
it's
the
malleable.
that it's malleable?
It's malleable.
Give yourself permission to
Yeah,
be curious
yeah,
about
that.
yourself. That one
You know what? So that's, I think we should end on that. Give yourself permission to be curious
about
and
yourself
I like it.
about yourself,
in
just in
general.
general,
Yeah.
but especially yourself.
Especially talking about identity and like who you are.
I mean, you're not stuck. If you don't like some part about yourself, either learn to agree with it and make friends with yourself, because there are parts of us that we can't change as much as we want to. But
And
there are
you,
parts of us that you can change.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you spend more time with yourself than you spend with anyone else. So learn to
Exactly.
fucking like yourself and be, I'm gonna say it, be kind to yourself because you start to believe shitty things that you say about yourself.
There's a
And give
hilariously,
yourself permission to try new identities.
Yes.
my
You're not going to find it if you don't try it.
Facts.
my affirmation of the day, my sweary affirmation is not loving myself is total bullshit. That's the one I
That's
got for today.
perfect.
Love it.
So I you
It's
know
meant
what?
to be.
I think this is great. So we'll see you next time on our Chaos, Mischief, and Muscles podcast, and we'll figure out what we're going to talk about. between now and then.
Who knows?
Or
Like,
when.
subscribe and
And
let
all
us
that
know what you
shit.
like. All the whatever. We'll figure out how we're ending
We'll figure
this.
it out.